Alright, hello everybody and welcome to the stream. I am Razim and this is Horizon Lost World of Darkness. Specifically, the Mage 20th Anniversary Edition. I will turn it over now to...
Oh, his ability's possible. Yeah.
Nestle for the recap.
Of course, you're going to choose me. All right, hang on a second.
Yeah. No,
Where are my
I
notes?
understand for this. I thought we were
Hang on.
You weren't ready?
No, I wasn't ready. Hang on. All right.
I was ready.
In the wonderful town of Empty Springs, Colorado, there is a, if not a peace, then at least a truce between the various supernatural groups. And we were hanging out at our friend's house, mansion, whatnot, when we received an invitation to a exclusive occult nightclub from Ulrich Enrich. And he wanted to... I'm sorry?
Ulrich Bennerit.
He's Bennerit?
Yeah.
Okay. Ulrich Bennerit, then, who wanted to see us. And we, after quite a bit of discussion about wardrobe and what we were going to wear, we went out to the club. And as we were getting the skinny on what we were looking to do, with a werewolf companion who arrived to apparently was he one of two people that we were getting in addition to our group?
Just him.
Only one.
Was
Okay.
there at the time.
And just as we were being told about a problem in the spirit world, we get pulled there, into the deep Umbra, where we were instantly attacked by what we came to know as where is it? Bane spirits. Yes.
Yes.
Which are servants of the worm. I'm sorry, servants of the worm, if memory serves.
Technically, you can just say servants of the worm. It's
Okay.
close enough.
Fair enough.
They're all basically the same.
Yeah, and
title.
they started attacking us, or rather, they were going to try to attack us, but we got the drop on them and basically got them all contained right before they were all blown up by a visiting spacecraft. And we were then taken aboard by the Void engineers, who are now going to, no doubt, help us out in our quest to figure out what the heck's wrong with the spirit world.
They were filthy kill stealers.
Yes, we had it all well underhand.
I mean,
well in
I
hand.
wasn't going to kill them because I can't, but I wasn't not going to let you kill them.
Be glad these people are around Empty Springs, Colorado, not the
Yes,
main technocracy that would want us left here.
correct. Or worse. I think that's about it.
Sounds about right for everything. Also, I just want to say real quick, Toshibe, what do you think of the donation goal?
Interesting.
I'm sorry, is that the threat level no?
No.
Like
That's
no
no.
value? Like overflow integer error?
No, it's threat null. You guys don't know what threat null is, but I think Toshibe knows what threat null is.
I feel like what he's saying is that's a threat that's so high on the danger level that it breaks the
Yeah,
system reader.
integer overflow.
Yeah, integer overflow.
Nope,
No.
it is not.
So it's not that dangerous.
Aha.
I'm just gonna deploy the rainbow shield here.
Because again, to reiterate, we're proposing something that is so threatening that it breaks the threat counter.
Is this the null zone?
Rainbow shield deployed.
You don't know. Anyway, everyone, welcome to the ship. As you guys are welcomed aboard, it is, I think, like a combination of both Star Trek and Star Wars. like mashed together with chrome, lots of buzzing electronics, and beeping lights. It's difficult to
Stargate.
describe it. Very fancy though, very fancy, very high tech. And as you do come aboard, there are at least 24 people in full power armor with what look to be laser rifles in hand, ready. They don't have them aimed at you, but they do have them. And your guide pulls out a small communicator, it looks like, and clicks a button on it before speaking into it. Can we have our guests brought down to Hole 3, Gate 4, please? I think the rest of his party has arrived, though I'm not sure how. We'll get into that before
The
he
rest of
clicks
his
it
party.
and sticks it back onto his belt.
We obviously have teleporter technology.
Yes, we do have teleporter technology. But where are my manners? Sorry about that. My name is Isaac. I am captain of this vessel. Hang on a second, I have to double check my notes real quick.
What was his name again? Sorry.
Isaac.
Thank you.
The Haldean Prime is the name of the vessel. Or the Haldean for short. The most cutting-edge ship in our fleet, I might add. He's kind of smug about that, even though he knows you guys probably don't understand that. It's kind of a point of pride for him.
Don't understand what.
Well, I mean, the advanced technologies that went into making the vessel. Though you guys might have. We found that reality deviants, no offense, understand technology better than sleepers do. But anyway, my apologies. I haven't been on Earth for about 23 years, give or take a year or two.
Well, you look great.
It comes with the territory. But yeah, so apologies if I don't keep up to date with everything, how people talk, all that kind of stuff. Especially your guys' technology. We don't go back to the mud ball very often.
The mud ball. I like that.
It's what we call. It's what most people in our line of work call Earth. I mean,
Soul
it's
3 is
not.
literally named Dirt, so.
Yeah, it's a mud ball. It's our mud ball though. But as far as we're concerned, our future lies in the stars, and that's our job. To go out here, to see the stars, to make sure things are safe, and to catalog and to map everything for humanity's eventual growth into it.
Humanity expanding into the Umbra. That's an interesting concept.
Okay, I should ask. Normally,
I will
for
be
me,
right back. Sorry.
Right.
Got the Marten bot up though.
Normally I know the technocracy is a little bit shoot, shoot, bang, bang when it comes to your kind. For me, I really don't give a shit. Live and let live when it comes to space travel. We have enough issues to deal with out here that we don't really need to trouble with. He kind of waves a hand to you guys. As long as you guys don't fuck with us, as far as I'm concerned, we don't fuck with you. That's how I run my ship. That's how my people are. And honestly, that's really how the Void engineers are. The only reason we kind of dick with you guys is because we're ordered to. Even then, well, we do what we can to avoid it.
Well, it's always been said that space travel has a humbling effect on a person. Tends to give them a better sense of scale, and politics don't seem important anymore.
I mean, when we're so far away from everyone, it's really just us. And the others don't really mess around with us because we're the experts when it comes to this kind of shit. But I suppose we should compare notes while we wait for your companion to get down here. He was talking about you guys when he ended up on the bridge of my ship.
Well, at least now we know where he ended up.
And what's our werewolf companion think?
He is just kind of quiet and watching. He is definitely not trusting them, but he's holding himself back to not attack. He's letting you guys sort of take the lead in this because you guys are more of the experts here than he is in dealing with whoever the fuck these people are.
I'm sure that he's very likely already told you. But for the sake of confirmation, we didn't come out here by choice. Something forcefully brought us here against our will.
Oh, I would have been shocked if one of you had been able to get through my shielding. I designed that shit myself. And there was no record of any issues, problems, or blips in my defenses, and he just appeared here. So that ain't any what you lot would call magic.
That's what I would call an assassination attempt. If you hadn't had the foresight to hold the fire, how long do you think you would have survived?
He seemed really confused and surprised himself when he showed up. To be fair, it's not the most surprising thing we've dealt with this week, so I mean, he didn't have tentacles, wasn't trying to eat us, rip our ship apart, or he kind of trails off a little bit as he glances away. Don't worry about it. We deal with a lot out here.
Yeah, you had me at tentacles.
Out of character, I was so tempted when he was saying about the shields to tap my staff and have entropy affect it.
No. Bad.
Yeah, do not do that.
Do not anger the people in the Exo-1 power armor.
You guys can... You guys... Who has spirit here?
None of them.
I have life, matter, and time.
I think that's you, Moriarty.
Mm-hmm.
It is, but I'm not here yet.
Moriarty, give me an intelligence plus occult roll. This is something you would have made when you arrived.
Intelligence plus occult. Okay. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Where to put my sheet? There it is. Too bad I put more points into cosmology. Okay, intelligence plus occult.
Yeah, that's actually been pretty useful so far.
If your cosmology is higher, I will allow you to roll it for this specific roll. I can see
Okay.
this coming up.
Yeah, I've got +2 in cosmology. Intelligence is also 2, so 4 dice.
Yes. Difficulty 7.
Oh, that's right. I rolled d10s, don't I?
Yep. 4 d10s.
1 pass.
1 success. That is enough to know who this person is. You don't know the details and such, but he is a very well-known figure. Isaac Keaton is his full name. He is one of the leaders of this group.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say Isaac Clarke, and I would have had
No.
several objections.
No, I would not do that.
Isaac Clarke, I'm getting on the escape pod now. Bye. I know how this ends.
This is where we get off.
He is
I've seen this episode, and I don't want to stick around for it.
he is honestly probably close to 50 years old at this point, despite looking much younger. He is the equivalent of an archmage in your guys' terms.
It's zero gravity. It keeps the wrinkles away.
AK, he has at least Arete 4 or 5. Except they don't call it that, but for your guys' terms, you guys would put it in Arete 4 or 5.
So he's a master of his craft.
Yes.
He's the chief engineer. He is their Scotty. That's
He
how they
is
would
the-
see it.
Yeah, he is the captain of this vessel. He is also said to be the designer of this vessel, as he kind of told you guys, as he told you, specifically, Moriarty.
I'm glad I know that.
He was actually very nice when you showed up. He actually got you some food and some water and had you just kind of sit down and discuss how you got there and what was going on.
Gotcha. I thought I was there on purpose instead of
Oh no,
randomly.
yours was an accident as well.
Gotcha. So I'm guessing I got there via. I was just like, oh, I'll just go beyond the veil normally for my investigations, and then poof, I'm in a ship.
How
Yeah,
the
you know-
hell did I get here?
You know, clipped the reality and ended up here. Don't drink.
Oh
the
no,
water.
the back rooms.
But yes, he has been a very good host. Even some of the soldiers who kind of don't seem to really like you that much haven't really bothered you at all while he's been around.
That is very good.
Anyway, is there any questions you guys would like to ask him as he begins to lead you through his ship? Apparently, it looks like he's taking you guys to meet up with him as he basically meet him halfway.
I would be asking questions anytime that we pass any interesting looking pieces of machinery.
Oh, yes. That's our teleporter. That is the oxygen scrubber there. It basically is 100% pure oxygen.
Wouldn't it be mostly nitrogen, though?
Well, I mean, it's purified. I'm not really the one to ask about that. Our chief engineer is the one who actually built those. But basically, they make it so we can constantly recycle everything that we expel from our bodies into breathable oxygen. So we can just keep on going without having to worry about any of that logistics. That was a nightmare, let me tell you.
I'll ask about the general mission. What finds them all the way out here, and where here is, for that matter.
Last time I checked, we were just outside of Pluto's orbit, near the Kuiper Belt.
Took us all
Or at least
the
we
way
were on
out
our
there.
way there.
Quite a sling there. And what are y'all doing out here?
It's also pretty far to throw somebody just to try to kill them with monsters too.
Hmm.
Mapping things. At least that's what we were supposed to do. Ensure that anything that is out here does not decide to go towards Earth.
Laudable goal.
So to
Never
keep
a-
us from Earth.
Never a dull moment for a shepherd.
He's going to... Toshime, do you actually say that out loud?
Yeah.
He's going to chuckle at that and shake his head. Honestly, some of you lot are, well, troublesome. Causing issues, taking advantage of people.
You don't have to
And-
censor yourself on our account. Some mages out there are outright jackasses.
Yes. But not all of you are bad, just like with us. Some of us are good, some of us, well, I'd rather shove them out of the nearest airlock than talk with them. But that's frowned upon, apparently.
Apparently.
I can't comment on that.
So, honestly, I tend to try to avoid the politics. It gets just dumb with most people.
I try to
As long
avoid them
as
as well. I
you-
like to be left. I like to be left alone with my research.
As long as you guys don't try to turn my people into pigs or murder us horribly, I don't have a problem with you.
Why would I turn them into pigs? It's easier to just grow them.
Magic.
Yeah, just freaking grow the pig. You can use the magic for that. Just either way.
And quick question: would I be able to know if this is a wonder object that we're in?
Yes. You may roll occult plus intelligence.
I will roll occult plus intelligence as well.
Also rolling.
Any reason why we wouldn't?
I got 1 success.
Oh boy. Okay, I got a extra one here. What's the pass fail?
7 unless I say otherwise. Alright. You all know this is indeed a wonder, what you guys would call a wonder. Portia, this is an extremely powerful wonder. Something that would be very difficult to take into on Earth. And Alexis, this would be an NA level artifact. Or wonder, sorry.
NA. It's the size of North America.
Is it not applicable or what?
It's over 5.
Oh, 5 plus.
1,000.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Over 5,000.
It does not
Neato.
register.
Oh, that's the threat level null. Okay, we're fine.
This
Mhm.
thing is like a full-on battleship. And this is like so far superior to anything that most technocrats, even other void engineers have. It's on a whole nother level. Like this is a prototype of the prototype ship.
So then, yeah, Porsche's just in having the hell of a time right now, going around looking from thing to thing.
This would be something that the technocrats and the mages would work together to make.
Exactly.
Oh yes, Isaac is gushing about everything to you. Apparently the term secrecy does not apply to him. Like he's just like full on almost fanboying a little bit. Discussing even like the most minute detail of the ship with Portia. Any questions that she has, it's like, yes, we have thought about that, and this is how we dealt with it.
How long have you been in command?
I'm gonna be taking notes this whole time.
23 years
Impressive.
since the storms hit.
Storms.
Go on.
All of you guys would know. This is common knowledge. In 1999, what's known as the Avatar Storm happened, and it's still going on. It makes travel to the spirit world extremely difficult. Anytime you guys go, if you are not careful, basically the avatars of dead mages basically try to stab into you like shards of broken glass and flay you alive.
Oh, that
That thing.
It's easier for technocrats to do it than mages.
Because of their reliance on technology, I assume.
But it's still
Understood.
difficult for them.
Gotcha.
Does anyone know what caused the storm?
Mm,
That's more backstory type thing. Hard to.
yeah. There are some things that they know about, but it would not be common knowledge, especially not for you guys. But yes, we've been out here patrolling basically space for the last 23 years. Since a little bit after the storm started, we shipped out.
Are there any other outposts out this way you can visit and have some shore leave?
A lot of them were wiped out when the storm hit.
My condolences.
We had a lot, but most of them were lost, and so I've heard from the grapevine that you guys lost your stuff too. So kind of tit for tat, I suppose.
That's what
Um,
rebuilding is for. New beginnings and all that.
Specifically, what he is talking about is the city of Horizon. That was basically the Mage's capital once upon a time, and it vanished when the storm hit. All the connections, all the portals, gone. No one
And
has
no one knows
heard
where the hell
from.
it went.
Nope. And that's where all the leadership was. The leaders of all 9 traditions, the strongest of the strongest mages, lived on Horizon because they couldn't usually go to Earth.
They couldn't even
So,
exist inside creation.
yep, not without reality trying to punch them in the dick.
Because
It
the
was possible.
consensus.
Yep, it was possible for them to go there for like a couple of hours, but they couldn't use magic because if they tried, reality was like cocks the shotgun.
They had literally ascended. They were in a higher plane and could not return to the physical realm.
That's one way to put it.
They mostly just hung out in the spirit world. But they were still like giving orders and such. They were still giving directions, advice, knowledge. You could still go visit them. So, but then when the Avatar storm hit and Horizon was lost, suddenly that leadership was gone. Thousands of years of knowledge gone.
Horizon lost. Quotation.
Mhm. It was probably the greatest disaster the mages have ever suffered. And they've been trying to reestablish connection with Horizon to figure out what happened. But getting into the spirit world is very difficult.
That's why I focus on my research, on my studies, on things that can be applied to humanity as a whole. So that way, doesn't matter what kind of disasters befall people, the knowledge will still be there. It'll be general access, and it'll be improving somebody's life.
And what kind of research do you do?
Medicines, mostly herbal. It's my intention to be able to genetically engineer a variety of flora that can be grown by even an amateur botanist and can be easily and readily refined into a wide variety of medical treatments, so that that way medicine can be made available to remote regions that don't have access to advanced refineries, chemical facilities such like that.
He kind of snaps his finger a little bit and points at you. You're going to want to talk to Kyle when we have time. You and he are going to get along wonderfully, I think. And as you guys near a 4-way intersection, ahead of you being escorted by 2 Space Marines, you can see Reinhardt. Notably, neither of the Marines have their weapons out. They are stowed across their back, and they're more or less just kind of chatting with him.
As
Yeah.
As walking down, casually speaking with them, he notices the group and starts to, increase his pace a little bit, but he's not like running or jogging. He's just kind of like speed walking. He's like, "Ah, yes, my friends."
Nail Reinhardt. I wonder where you ran off to.
Hail, my friend. I guess I should describe Reinhardt at this point. So Reinhardt is kind of a bit of a wide man more than he is a tall man. He probably stands at maybe 5'9", 5'8". He's not quite as tall as most people are, but he makes up for it in a bit of bulk. Like I said, he's definitely he makes up for his height for being wide across, and not in the fat way, but in the excuse me. He's got broad shoulders.
But in the sorry.
He's got broad shoulders, and he's built. He wears on him a trench coat, jean pants, boots, fairly average clothing, though his head is generally what draws the eye, because he has some nice, slightly oily black hair, but like oily in the way that it's meant for that. His hair is short, but long enough that you can, just style it. And he has a mustache / mutton chop combination that I've tried to find the name of, and the best I could find was the Imperial German mustache, which I'm going to post now in Mage WoD. So imagine that facial hair, but on a much younger man with black hair.
Joke.
Блэкочка,
Delightful.
конфетку отдай.
Sorry about that,
Блэка,
I am
это
back.
очень много. Конфетки нельзя, конфетки вредно. Блэка, отдай конфетку.
He does
Конфетку
not want
отдай
to let candy
маме.
go.
Жук, конфетку дай.
Slightly short, very
Конфеточку
stocky,
отдай.
that
Ты
hairstyle,
обнаглел?
German accent.
А? Ты
I'm waiting for him to
обнаглел,
challenge me to
товарищ
fisticuffs.
Соболь? А?
He does seem like the type.
You
He reminds me of the game hunter from Jumanji.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
I'm gonna have to go watch Jumanji again then. I should throw out there that his brawl is 3.
Oh no!
He's
Then
better
cut.
at brawl than he is at firearms or melee. But yeah, it's that beard hair, but black. Ah, yeah, that's actually pretty similar. If he had shorter hair, black hair,
And longer beard.
No, I think that actually does it more justice. That facial hair that Nestle posted does it more justice because
I'm
it's not
helping.
as
Where
it's
can
not as big and
Joke.
fluffy as in that picture, but that was like the best style design I could find for it.
where can we post these that the audience
Mage
can see
WoD.
them?
Sorry, I don't know.
No, that the audience can see them.
You guys cannot do that, but I can post it in there. Or Kerr.
I'm sure there's no copyright on that, or at least I hope there would be.
The top one's definitely public domain.
I'm
Oh,
posting
definitely.
these in Tabletop image. Either way.
That's
Oh
fine.
yeah, I keep forgetting that not everyone has access to the
Yeah,
Mage WoD.
yeah. Only the people who are members of those and staffers have access
Right.
to those.
Yeah,
Not
I-
even
I just forget that.
staffers. Just admins.
So how'd you find your way here, Reinhard?
Well,
Real
I
quick,
was
I'm throwing this out there. I have posted those in Tabletop image on the Discord. February 27th, 2022, for anybody watching the recording later. Go ahead.
Very good, putting a date on it. Well, I was coming into the spirit world just to do my own investigations, as not all of my clients are living per se. And I ended up on here.
I love how you have switched between Russian, German, and now French with your accent.
Yeah, I'm not...
It's shaky German, but I kind of like it.
Oh, hold on.
Works for
Let me. I have a little trick to get into the voice better. One sec. Ah, yes. Here we are. I am back.
Had to reboot his German.
You ever have a voice that you need to like say a certain thing in that voice, and it gets you into that voice? Does anyone else have that? Is that just a me thing?
I don't know what you're frickin' talking about.
So, Reinhardt, these are your friends then?
Pardon?
These are the friends you were talking about, yes?
Yes.
Alright. So now that you guys are back together, what do you say we head back to the bridge and we can do a little bit more discussing about how you guys got here and see about maybe helping you guys get back to where you need to go.
That sounds amenable.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say taking the whole ship all the way back to Earth would be a bit of a detour for you, wouldn't it?
A little bit, but we can at least help you out.
I'm going to say it will help us all.
I don't believe heading back to Earth should be necessary.
You have a means of transportation that
A
could get us there
magnanimous
on your own?
dispensation.
Actually, before I offer that, Kerr, would my means of transportation here be able to transport the party?
This far out, no.
And a mission goal has been reached.
Thank you very much, Toshime. Zero, help us all. Is that the comment you left on it?
Oh, help us all.
Alright, well, Noel, it looks like you're coming into the game now.
What, like I'm just taking a little bit bite of my pizza?
I want pizza.
Well, we may not need to go all the way back to Earth, at least.
We can at least get you into the near solar system. At least somewhere close to maybe Mars. That shouldn't be too bad for our systems.
I've always wanted to
Yes,
see Mars
is that-
up close.
Dude, wait. Hold on, is it even possible to get to Mars from the Umbra?
Mhm.
Okay.
It
So
depends on what you believe.
Yeah, and it specifically depends on the area of the Umbra that you're in.
I guess if these guys all believe hard enough that this is outer space, this will function like a spaceship. That makes sense.
Yes, literally that is how it works. It's, by the way, I wish to add, they see all of the spirit world as space, or different dimensions, and to them, all dimensions are dangerous without the proper technology. So it can be awkward when you have a dream speaker in the spirit world communing with spirits as a guy in full power armor comes walking out and they just kind of stare at each other as to them they're on a dead planet while to the Verbena, they're just in an area of the spirit world of a desert.
Or the technocracy is in a submarine.
Fuck off, I'm trying to speak to my dead grandmother.
Yeah, you're in this majestic garden talking to your dead relatives, and then suddenly a submarine surfaces out of the petunias. Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon?
Ah, you've got vermin.
What's
Joke.
worse is they're German vermin.
И чё, вот ты, и вот, и чего? Нельзя туда такого.
So, as you guys are escorted through the ship to the
И чё, вот
bridge,
ты, и вот, и чего?
there are some
Нельзя
extra
туда такого.
sitting areas and such near the back that he beckons you
И
guys
чё,
to take
вот
a
ты,
seat at.
И вот, и чего? Нельзя туда такого. Вот нельзя.
Oh, I'm understanding of my presence here, but how did you all get here?
I don't know.
We're still trying to figure that out.
Ah.
We were in a nightclub and suddenly we were here. I really do not know how.
Yes, and you did well with those bane spirits. Very impressive.
Yes, you did quite well taking out those aliens and containing them. I may want to ask how you did that.
Very carefully.
And very quickly.
I'm wondering if there's a way that we can weaponize that against them, because we deal with those types of creatures quite often. They're very common, especially the closer you get to Earth. We've been trying to contain them, but there's just so many of them, it's difficult to.
I mean you no offense, my friend, but it is beyond your scope.
Hey, that's what they told me when they said this was impossible. I built it anyway. I don't care about scope or size or difficulty. If I want to do it, I'm going to do it. And right now, those things are hurting the mud ball, which means I vaporize them.
I think you may
Well-
have to employ us rather than our skills to help out.
He's gonna pause and tap his cheek. I see. So this has... Okay.
Yeah.
He nods slightly. So you think it's magic that allowed you to do that?
Like I said, beyond your scope.
Not necessarily. After all, magic is just doing something in a way that you simply do
Joke.
not understand the actual way it works.
The way that I would like to think of it is, you can know everything there is to know about steam power and clockwork, but that won't teach you a single thing about how to use electronics.
Fair, fair. I like you. Anyway, he's going to pause and kind of think about what he's going to say before he says it.
He has 2 paws now.
I swear I did not do that.
Well, at
but
least
I
it's him
could
and not
give
me
the
this
rest.
time.
I could make the rest of it the same if you wish.
Our understanding of reality is more that there are multiple dimensions. Some dimensions are stronger and better than others. Well, better isn't the absolute best word to use here. Stronger, I suppose, would be the word I might want to use instead. And the strength and ability of a reality, a dimension, to exert itself and its laws, basically put it above other realities. For instance, our reality, the static reality that we all call Earth, is the strongest. It is at the highest area.
Center
But
of the
then
fabric, away from the frayed edges.
But then as you move downwards or to the side, away from the center, you start moving into dimensions of where the laws and order of the world is more defined by instinct and the wilds, by adding belief that objects have a soul and personality, as he kind of waves a hand towards the werewolf. We call these umbrage entities from a different dimension of where such things are common. The werewolf just kind of crosses his arms and glares. You have post-death entities where memories and such are established. What people might call the underworld if you want to be superstitious. It's simply another dimension, though, where powerful memories come to life as ghosts. Is what
we call souls, you call electromagnetic residue.
correct. Does it mean one is correct and one isn't? Not necessarily. For all intents and purposes, they're the same thing. Simply different names.
Perspectives.
Correct. I try to keep an open mind out here. There are very many things that you can face that can be difficult to understand or wrap your head around. Even with our more enlightened beliefs and understanding of the nature of the world, it can still be very difficult. The further out you go from Earth, the more things begin to not break down, but the laws of reality begin to fray. They begin to make less sense. Rules
Things
and
get weird,
part-
quote unquote.
Yes. Yes, that's a good way to put it. He kind of pauses and considers it. It gives us a different perspective that the rest of the technocracy does.
Well, glad we bumped
Because
into you instead of some of your more, what's the word, orthodox brethren, perhaps?
Yes, they probably would have had you shot on sight.
Exactly. So, thank you for finding us.
Out of character,
wait.
wasn't... Sorry.
Go ahead.
Out of character, wasn't there a system of measurement for how far from reality you get and how things change?
Yes.
What was that called?
It doesn't exist here as much, but there is like a system that they can use to keep track of it. It's the deeper into the Umbra that you go, the less things follow the rules.
No,
The
I meant
more-
like in real life. Like there's like a real life thing, and it's
Got a
like
weird hamburger thing.
yeah, you
Yeah, I
know
can't
the
remember what
example.
that was. Yeah, I know the example. I can't remember what the.
Oh yeah, I actually
That's the
Sunai loves to reference that, and I don't think Sunai is actually in the audience right now, so they can't friggin' give me the name on it. Oh,
Kuehl.
one time-
It's Kuehls.
Yeah,
Jules,
that's right.
yes.
Good stuff.
And yeah, and the chart for it uses a hamburger as the reference point.
Yeah. Somebody gives you a hamburger, you accept the hamburger. It's 0 Kuehl.
At 1 Kuehl, you ask for a hamburger. I give you a raccoon.
I need to find that.
But for us, many of us here have not gone back to more static reality in decades. Where this ship is fully automated to take care of all of our needs and to not have to basically stop anywhere.
There we go.
You have full biosphere stability.
Yes.
That's technology that could be used for Martian colonies.
I mean, we've already done that. We've colonized all the way out to Europa.
How much of that technology that's used for that colonization is in the pipeline to be available to the general populace?
Eventually. All technology that we use will eventually be available to the general population once they're ready. It's the matter of not rushing their development too much and going too far of what they believe is possible instantly.
You don't want to bake
But-
their noodle.
The masses simply are not prepared for this type of technology yet. So we slowly have to integrate level after level. We have, well, I should say they have timetables of when technology will be integrated into the masses.
Why doesn't God show up and appear from the clouds? Well, simple. They'd end up with a traffic jam at the gates from all the suicides.
But yes, it's... He kind of sighs a little bit. It's a little lonely out here. I mean, we're basically a family, all stuck together.
Aw.
But it's, well, nice to have other perspectives here too. That's why I was asking. Because your belief in magic, for the sake of discussion, let me say that, I believe that such things were magic, rather than simply you exerting your will into reality through difficult computations, which we can use tools in order to decrease the difficulty and ensure work.
That's
For
fair.
the sake of argument, it's the same thing. Magic, for those who would be uninitiated with it. How did you go about dealing with those entities?
We used our own magic.
We trapped them.
We trapped them with our magic, yes.
For my
Mhm.
part of it, I used magic, specifically within the field of alchemy. I simply took the forces that draw proteins together that allowed it's been there ever since the very beginning of the life, the first building blocks. I just amplified the force so that anything with a pulse was drawn in.
He nods
And I
as
simply removed the distance between them.
And I modified the flow of time around us first to give us more, well, time to think of a plan. And then to effectively, well, and also I knew their names from my own research, which helped us a great deal.
by the way, while you guys are all saying this, there are like 3 different people who are taking notes on it. He's going to kind of glance over. Tell me, how did you affect the flow of time, as well as what do the names have to do with these entities? I have seen research reports that they seem to respond to certain titles and words, but I have not been able to do in-depth research on the subject.
You said it yourself that the further out from baseline reality you go, the more of an influence will has on it. How much can a title affect a person? How much can it affect an animal? You train a dog, it responds to its name.
And you know about certain... Oh, hang on.
There is a very good foundation inside of psychology itself. You could be having a conversation with somebody else, and someone on the other side of the room mentions something, either your name or something similar to your name, and you immediately pick that out of the conversation. You may not have been listening in, but your name itself does pique your attention.
I think it is like using a focal point of one's will. Like, much how you have a gun, and that gun exerts its force. The name is like the gun.
And knowing it allows you to pull the trigger upon it.
Yes, or pull out the firing mechanism.
He's going to look over at one of the note takers. Alexander, cross-reference all notes we have in the last 100 years, and actually go back further. Find any names of entities that you can find, and I want this forwarded to R&D. I want to see if we can develop something that can use their affinity to their names against them.
And it has to be their true name, not a title.
Define.
Well,
What they call themselves.
basically, the difference between a title and a true name would be the difference between some random person saying, "Hey, Bob," and your mother walking up and saying, "Bartholomew William Jacobs, what have you done?" It hits a little different.
I see. Add that to the R&D notes. Make sure they know to check for so-called true names. Code word that. To go through some of the reality deviant information that we have as well. See if we can get some information there that we can use for our research.
I think this pays for our fare.
I was going to take you back anyway. Honestly, we're all human here, and believe me, we see very, very few humans as it is. So
He's
trust
just
me,
going to casually side-eye the werewolf.
Yeah. We don't really deal with your lot very much. You guys kind of take care of yourselves, and you guys deal with some very dangerous spatial entities, so we are more than willing to leave you guys alone. The werewolf just kind of snorts. Yeah. You guys are kind of idiots. You don't know the first thing about wandering the Umbra, but you also deal with some of these things too, so live and let live, I guess.
On the note of taking care of things, I do still fully intend on giving you a shipment of medicinal herbs. At the very least, it'll be a demonstration of the quality of product that I'm currently producing, so you can see the direction my research is headed. All I need is a means to get it from Earth to this ship.
Reinhardt just casually looks over to him.
Yes?
No, to Tanya, or whoever said that they needed.
Her.
Okay.
Her.
Her.
Right, her, right. You are correct, it is a she.
And
Reinhardt casually just stares at Portia.
You got here by your own power, didn't you? Sorry, I was very distracted this whole time.
Yes! That is kind of what I do. Well, part of the time. The other part of the time I solve mysteries.
Well, if you could carry something roughly the size of a briefcase, then that would work.
Oh, easily. I think. References Kerr. Kerr?
Sorry, you cut out there.
Would I be able to carry a briefcase with me through my umbral shifting?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, he says easily.
So, as all this is going on, though, give me a perception alertness roll, please.
Ah, my forte.
And anyone who has spirit can also make a arete roll as well.
Is this an additional roll,
My
or is this
God.
adding arete to the roll?
No, this is a separate roll.
That's a major botch.
So,
I am
Perception
so aware. I am
alertness.
not aware at all.
Alexis, it's in another plane of reality at the moment. Please leave a message.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay, perception
Okay,
2, alertness.
so
Oh,
that's
no.
So I
one.
thought people that have or spirit are the ones that can roll.
No. The people who have Arete roll their Arete first.
Ah. So
Because
all of us.
Oh wait, so this is perception, alertness, and arete? Or...
No. Those who have spirit roll their Arete first.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have
Those,
perception and alertness.
aka
No dexterity.
Reinhardt.
Oh wait. Okay. Well, hold on. Let me. So you need me to roll my arete before my awareness?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I dumbed. Well, never mind. I got 0 for my arete anyway.
Okay, so that was
And
just your perception.
We got an
awareness.
influence.
Yes.
Oh,
Cookie is
influence.
redeemed for a re-roll that perception roll. I don't know which one that's referring to, though.
Probably the triple ones.
Probably the
the
triple
critical
ones.
botch where he had a small stroke. Roll for perception.
Literally on another plane of direction. Yeah.
No, as you were doing that, suddenly Domino appeared, grabbed you, and began to waltz with you.
I should state that 3 ones. That's a 1 in 1,000 chance.
Awesome. I'm so
my-
skillful.
Oh my god, yeah, it's 1 in 10, 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000. You are correct. Holy crap.
That's going to be the rarest roll we see all game, probably.
The hope.
You say that, but how are my dice rolls the other day?
True.
Remember that previous session?
So yeah, my arete is 0, and then I get a 2 on my awareness because I roll so many damn ones.
All right. Let's see. So everyone got at least 1 success. So all of you guys feel it.
Reinhardt didn't.
Reinhardt had 0 Arete. I thought Reinhardt had 1 success on. No, he had 2 successes on his awareness.
Oh, okay. My bad.
2
Separate
successes
roll.
on my awareness, 1 fail, 1 success on my
This is
arete,
why
so
we're putting
cancels out.
This is why I want you guys to put in what this roll is specifically.
Yeah, we have been for the most part.
I know. I'm
Yep.
just saying in general.
So
I haven't been. I'll start doing that again.
you guys all feel it. It's just a sense of utter wrongness.
Oh, this again.
It's like something that should not exist. And as this feeling just washes over you, it's like a cold feeling in the back of your spine. An alarm begins to blare, the lights turn red, and just full on klaxons begin to blare alerts. Warning! Warning! Threat null detected. Incoming! Yeah, literally, red alert.
Okay, so I'm
I'm gonna
definitely
take-
going to need to increase the volume of my sound effects.
Yeah.
They are way too quiet.
So I'm gonna take a moment to use my what's it called? I'm gonna use my flaw bard's tongue and say I've got a bad feeling about this.
Flawed bard's tongue.
The flaw makes you predict the future.
But like the worst possible. It's like if you casually say, "Man, I sure hope an axe murderer doesn't show up," and then an axe murderer shows up.
Oh no.
What's the worst, Ben?
Normally, it's the DM that says, if you don't spend a willpower point, you get this.
Like, if I were to say, I sure hope the DM doesn't remember my curse.
Don't worry, everything's good.
I don't believe you.
Everything is peachy keen as the alarm continues to blare. Warning, warning, warning.
Just
And
blinking.
as this happens, Isaac switches immediately. Like, his whole on demeanor just hardens as he leaps to his feet, moves over to the captain's seat, sits down and begins tapping at keys before hitting a button as the alarms stop and he begins to talk. This is Captain Isaac. This is not a drill. Threat null has been detected. All hands to battle stations. All Marines prepare for docking and boarding procedures. This is not a drill. Get ready, boys. We're going in hot. And he's going to look over at you guys. Mind if I ask you guys for your help?
We're
Question.
At your command.
What's the threat level null?
Not a threat level null. As he says that, he's also tapping away at some of the command consoles that move up in front of his chair. And it looks like anyone looking at it can see he is basically directing like soldiers where they're going in this giant ship. Threat null. It is. He pauses and considers before kind of looking at you guys. You're not technocracy. Threat null is probably the greatest secret that we have. You know how you mages died when these storms kicked up in the spirit world?
Yeah.
He just slowly nods.
Ours didn't. They technocrats who were caught in the outer space when these storms hit were changed, imbued with spiritual matter from other dimensions, and twisted. And they want to get to Earth. And they want to do horrible, horrible things to Earth. He's continually tapping away frantically. It's our job to keep them out.
So if I were to say the words, Eldritch Abomination.
Yeah,
Anyone-
they have those.
Anyone who's read Lovecraft knows what that is. Just casually readying the paintball gun and loading the Mace magazine.
Ah, yes, that little thing. That's going to do wonders, I'm sure.
Okay, 1, it's all that I have. 2, it's very much enhanced, so screw you.
I am rather in agreement. Not very easy to shoot something with a paintball gun when we are inside of this hulking piece of metal.
It's not actually that bad. It won't make a hole in the hole, at least.
If it's something that remains outside, there's not much that we can do about it. If it's something that finds its way inside, then the paintball gun will be effective. Therefore...
Speak for yourself, dear. Speak for yourself.
I
Long
figured
range
that I was.
scans. Can you tell me which Void Engineer group are we dealing with here? You see a couple of members at the front of the ship frantically tapping at their computers before one of them speaks up. Transhumanist signals coming back. They're sending in 6 shuttles, it looks like. Fuck all kinds of duck. Alright, he's gonna turn this chair around to look at you guys. Transhumanity, progenitors. Think of it this way. Their bodies can mutate, shift, and take on any types of form that they can imagine. They're all linked to a singular hive mind, and they all want to kill us.
Singular hive mind.
Wouldn't be the
Well,
first time an entire group of people wanted to kill me. Haha.
Well, one knows they all know They can adapt in order to make our weapons ineffective. We have to constantly keep shifting our tactics and weapons against them. They're difficult to deal with, but we've dealt with them before. They have 6 shuttles coming. Usually those things hold between 5 to 10 warriors each. My Space Marines should be able to hold them down, but if they get inside, they're going to be difficult to deal with, which means the more hands on deck I have to deal with these things, the better off we're going to be, which is why I'm asking for your help.
You said they adapt. Have you ever tried lysergic acid?
No, we haven't.
I'm swapping magazines from the mace to the LSD. Let's see what happens if we drug one that's still alive. What effect that'll have on the rest of its squad.
They'll all feel it.
Interesting idea. Assuming they're actually able to be affected by it.
One way to find out.
They're still people, even if they're bonded with spiritual matter. They can shift and morph their forms. They can appear as anything they want. They say that they serve the technocracy, that they're the true members of the technocrats, that we are rogue agents, but he's going to sigh a little bit. Whatever these things are, they ain't human anymore.
Well, if they're infected with spiritual mass, I should be able to deal with them quite nicely.
I'm hoping that your tactics and abilities are going to give us an edge against them. Normally, I would like at least a dozen battleships to take on one ship, but I can't let these things get past us. It just... Even if it's going to destroy my entire crew, I have to at least try. These things cannot be allowed to reach Earth. He's going to pause for a moment. The members of Threat Null are able to harness the social conditioning that technocrats go under. They can cause any technocrat to basically either turn into a suicide agent or instantly go under their control. My Void engineers have gotten rid of that conditioning. But you can imagine what these things could do if even one reached Earth and took over the technocracy. Imagine what would happen to humanity then.
Rather not.
One of us. One of us.
I'm getting some
Oh.
Warhammer vibes here.
How long do we have until the shuttles reach us?
He's going to have a few keys. 45 minutes at their current trajectory.
Oh,
So
I
you have some preparation time.
All right.
Oh.
So, can I reach them with correspondence?
What's your correspondence?
2.
No. Oh no. They are literal thousands of miles away right now.
Okay, but what about like when they get closer? I can prepare to use correspondence to affect the engines or whatever on them, and as well as entropy and a little bit of forces to basically make their engines malfunction and crash into each other. I mean, even just
You would
taking
need
out 2 of them would work.
You would need life.
Life?
Mm-hmm.
Why life?
Their ships are alive.
The ships are them.
Yeah.
Super.
Their ships are just... Yeah, the transhumanity are literal biological perfection. They're the Tyranid, basically.
I told you I was getting Warhammer vibes.
Okay, correspondence and forces to basically smash them into each other.
That's possible. Or you could work with some of your team members who do have life in order to try to kill some of their spaceships.
Okay, so
yes.
Cody's going to relay this idea to some of the others. Or to the others. Could anyone assist with this?
Well, as it turns out, my proficiency with life is specialized with death. So yes.
So I actually was in the distracted thinking about a potential attack vector, and I did not hear what the plan was there. So that's a matchup between me
Well-
and the character there.
Correspondence to allow us to actually reach them to hit them with magic. And otherwise, entropy to make things go wrong, or forces to just do some damage, but then life or something. I'm not sure what.
What's your entropy?
All of my spheres are at 2.
Okay. I also believe I have entropy 2 as well.
Hydroponics, protein. Do you grow mushrooms here?
Yes.
The minor tweak, I could remember the name of the mushroom just a moment. Fuck. Psilocybin. The minor tweak, I could convert some of them into psilocybin, get that airborne inside their shuttles. I'm still contemplating the psychological vector here. If you can throw them off enough, then they would make lazy, easy targets.
If the easiest way to do that would be to get to our cannons that this ship has
Mm-hmm.
and fire from there.
Whatever you guys need from us that we can offer you, you have full permission for me to use.
Well, from the sounds of it, it sounds like we need to get closer.
He's going to tap a few keys. I am granting you permission to use the teleport systems. If you need a escort there, I can have one of my soldiers take you there.
I'm going to need as many fresh mushrooms as one person can carry.
Done. I have 2 soldiers bringing the requisite materials up. What else do you need? All the while, he is still working, directing, and getting his men ready for a fight. He has not slowed down at all. Like, yes, he's definitely hoping you guys can do some good, but you guys are like not his only
Primary.
option. It's like, yeah, if you guys can pull this off, great, good. I am going to love you guys. Even if you can just take out 1 or 2 ships, that would be amazing. But I'm not counting on you guys at all. You're not part of my crew. My men know what to do with this type of situation, so we're going to rely on ourselves first. You guys, well, we want you guys to succeed, but you are an unknown quantity right now.
And looking to our werewolf companion, you have any suggestions?
He's going to pause and consider.
Rip and tear.
You know, that's highly offensive.
Yeah. I'm not
He's
saying
gonna
that in character.
He's going to consider for a moment. I could probably deal with whatever things actually got onto the ship. At least a couple of them.
Well, the mushrooms are still on their way up. I'm already pulling pages out of my notebook and creating a alchemy sigil to convert half of the mushrooms into Amanita phalloides and the other half into psilocybin. Gonna hit him with a 1-2 punch of hallucinogenics and neurotoxins.
With this deadly neurotoxin.
All we need to do is get them on board the ship and then blow them the fuck up. It'll make the spores airborne and they'll do the rest.
Why not just teleport the bombs over?
Sorry, headset just died for a second there. What'd you say?
So why don't we just teleport the spore bombs over
You have the teleport system of the ship.
instead of going ourselves? I mean,
You also have access to all of your guys' magic as well. You could also use. You could make. I'm going to give you guys some advice just because I know you guys are new to Mage. You could use a correspondence life effect using the teleporter to attempt to teleport part of the ship onto your guys' platform, so you guys could then use the piece of flesh from the ship to create a toxin specifically targeting those ships.
Wait. The ships are organic?
Yes, they're
yeah.
It's been
alive.
established.
I must have missed that part. Sorry.
Yes, the ships themselves are organic. That's why it takes life to affect them instead of matter.
And that's why we're talking about getting hallucinogenics into the system.
I was
somehow.
picturing this as more of a one-way teleporter rather than a two-way.
No, it's a two-way. It's
Okay.
Star Trek teleporter, basically.
Alright.
The
Well, then-
problem I see with teleporting their stuff onto the ship is that they get the technology of the teleporter by using the teleporter.
Wouldn't they already have the technology though?
They can only copy biological effects usually.
I mean, I meant from
Um,
before the storm. I assumed that they would
Yeah,
already have that.
their focus is specifically life magic, as you guys would understand it. They specifically affect biology.
I'm gonna suck the spirit from their body.
Well, if the performing a biopsy, if that's on the table, then instead I could do a broad variety of different toxins, make a small little grid, basically just like when they're doing an allergy test, except it's for what makes it melt.
And how long would
Wait.
that take?
I've got an even better idea. We get the flesh mass in the teleporter, and we can still use it to deduce the best sort of neurotoxin for it. But while we're doing that, I can also try to tap into the hive mind and use soul magic to scream at them.
I mean, I was going to scream at them with the powerful drugs, but a direct psychic assault, that would work too.
Porque no los dos.
Just be careful. If you're doing psychic against a hive mind, they may have more intelligence to work with.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that too. You might end up being integrated with it.
I'm not trying to plug in to directly integrate myself. It's more of a I'm going to try to send what is essentially static through the hive mind to make communication for it difficult.
Jamming signal.
Basically.
Yeah, right.
That's a different thing entirely.
Using the souls of the dead. It's less of a jamming signal and more like, hey, we're picking up other radio frequencies that shouldn't be there. Why is drone number 5 playing La Cucaracha?
Oh, so yeah, just going to prepare a nice little grid of a dozen or so different types of toxins, which can be cultivated from mushrooms. And I'm prepared to, what we can do is once we excise that chunk of flesh, we lock it down, expose it to the samples, then use time magic to accelerate it, so that way it can go through the entire cycle of exposure in just a few seconds, and then we'll know immediately, rather than having to wait around twiddling our thumbs for 10 minutes.
Cody would also be able to use his entropy magic to give you guys good luck, as well as giving you the forces necessary to cause the explosions and direct the teleporters.
I've got good luck
good
too.
To know. I had no idea that I could do that. I will do so.
Mm-hmm.
Best
That's why I
time
was
to apply-
offering help, because you guys are all kind of new still.
Well, the best time to apply that luck would be when I'm picking which which poisons to add to the test list.
Alright, so let us begin. One of you may roll Arete 5 for the teleporter. You must have correspondence to use it, though.
Well, that means one of us.
I know a couple of
I
you have correspondence.
think I'm the only one with
Cody. I
think-
correspondence.
No, Zim's the only one as far as I know.
Go ahead, Cody. You're rolling. You're the one. Like, everyone
Cody,
kind of looks at the teleporter. It's like, you look at it. It's like, okay, that's how this works. That's how this works. Okay, I think I can make this work.
I just hack into it with my wrist computer.
Yeah. Oh God, your magic is gonna work perfectly here. Your system's no problem.
Ah, they use Python. That's so weird. Okay.
Oh.
Reroll that one.
Huh?
Reroll that one.
Not gonna question it.
Woo!
Yay!
Oh no.
Better.
The
Keep
reasoning
going.
I'm allowing you to reroll that one is because your mastery with their technology, your paradigm works perfectly with them. So I was allowing you to have reroll one non-success dice, and you rolled a
Okay.
1, so it's like, hey, you're gonna reroll that dice.
Yeah, and then it turned into 3.
From 0 to hero.
Just like that.
There you go.
Does anyone want to use entropy to try to help him?
Sure. I got entropy for that very reason.
He just got 6.
I mean, I have
You
entropy
can
as well.
too.
I'll take out my pair of cheaters dice and roll them in my hand and do my magic thing.
Go ahead.
What am I
Roll
rolling?
your arete. Roll your arete.
Is it Arete plus my?
No, just your arete. Arete is
Okay.
always by itself.
Gotcha. 2 successes.
So that's going to lower the difficulty down. Zim, you now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 successes on that roll.
Is it good enough?
I'm just gonna do some, the cool finger guns.
Roll a d10 for me.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Oof.
We do have a
Okay.
community reroll for the record.
Roll a d4 for me. Okay, give me a second, please.
Yeah.
Time's
You know what? I'm gonna throw it out there. We might want to use that reroll, Cody. Mr. DM, would you advise we use that reroll?
No.
Okay.
No, this is good.
So, with a roll of that, your teleporter hits the precise spot of where the spine would be in the ship, tearing it out. That ship begins to spin through space, leaking blood that rapidly freezes and impales one of the other ships, which spins off and crashes into a third ship.
Hashtag planned it.
And has disabled 3 of the 6 ships.
Yeah. See, we totally did that on purpose.
Captain to teleportation chamber. What the fuck just happened?
Magic.
Honestly,
Dick.
That
Honestly,
is
I
the
want to kiss you,
power of
but please tell me
actual
what just
magic.
happened.
That is the power of real magic.
Well, science or magic, I don't give a fuck. If you want to do that again, go right ahead.
Just over here, emptying eyedroppers onto this thing.
Roll your arete and Anyone with entropy can assist to try to give good luck.
Rolling my irritate for this?
Yes.
Is there a limit to how many times I can just bestow luck on someone?
No,
Can I-
it's just
I-
a matter of
Oh
sometimes.
shit. Okay.
Is
I
there a
don't know
limit
what
to
that
how
was.
many people can affect the luck? Because I'm pretty
was-
sure
I
Cody
was-
just.
I was trying to abort that roll.
Reroll
Uh,
then,
Can
Tanya.
I
You're
still have a
fine.
point? I still have a point of quintessence. Can I use that to add an extra dice?
Yes. No, that's just on max success.
Ah. Okay.
You don't roll the dice; you just get an max success in the roll. All right. So no help from Cody. He's too busy kind of dealing with all this right now.
And
Am
the
I still
challenge-
able to assist even though Cody attempted to assist?
Yes.
Then
Okay.
what was the success cutoff?
6 for mage.
All right, then I've got 3 because I'm burning a point of quintessence to add a success.
Okay, that's at least 1. Okay, so entropy 1.
Okay.
That's 1 more success than you would have.
So you are. Do we have our time mages to help speed things up?
Yeah, sure. I was kind of waiting to be useful.
Go for it.
What am I rolling?
And
It will be Arete.
and before that gets too far
That's
along,
Arete.
right?
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
Damn,
Oh.
you looking fine. While that's going along, Reinhardt's also going to roll up his sleeves, and he's gonna do what he wanted to do as well, which is
Like
send
extreme.
souls into the hive mind.
To berate them.
All right, give me a second.
Honestly, if anything, I'm trying to frenzy them. If we're really lucky, they'll attack each other.
The interesting thing is, what fools are out here in the deep Umbra?
Mm-hmm. All right, go for it.
Like when you break an ant's antennae.
Time immediately begins to slow as you set up that time circle again.
All right, so I assume it's just Arete for me.
Yes, always Arete. It's always going to be Arete for magic.
Right.
You can
Oh,
spend quintessence in order to either lower the difficulty or get successes.
Which is essentially the same thing.
Mm-hmm. No,
When you
you can go above 3 successes if you spend points of, or not, sorry, Arete. Spend points of quintessence. For every point of quintessence you spend, you get either 1 free success or you lower the difficulty by 1.
quintessence is equal to our avatar, right?
Yes.
That's how many points you currently have. Yes.
And if you
It's
spend if you spend a quintessence, do you like get it back at a long rest, or how does that work?
Nope. You have to find a node to recharge at.
Okay, so we need to get back to the node to recharge our quintessence.
Or you have a
Correct.
prime mage who helps you with that.
Gotcha.
The ship does have a primary energy field that you could probably draw from.
Now, quick question: the merit lucky, does that require me to re-roll the entire roll or just 1 dice? Or
I'll
can
let
I
you
choose?
reroll 1 dice.
Okay, I want to get rid of that 1.
That's fine. I will allow it.
Piece of shit. All right, I'm going to use a second charge of lucky.
Oh
Because
no!
fuck you.
Okay.
You know what? It's not a failure. I'll take it.
Entropy's
Cody, do
working
you-
against you.
Cody, do you want to entropy boost me?
Did your entropy just skip a gear?
Can I entropy boost to his entropy boost?
This isn't
Yes.
entropy. This is
This is
me
spirit.
rolling souls. Yeah, this is me rolling spirit.
Oh, okay. Well then, sure. Once again, not helpful.
God damn it.
It's the dice. They hate us.
And that would be a botch on magic.
All right. Well, that's still Irritate to
Right,
feedback
Kerr?
loop.
The GM is making fucked up noises. Who fucked up?
Cody.
No, Cody did it.
Did Reinhardt?
No.
Who fucked up then? Is the poison working really well?
1, 1, 2, 4, 6, 4, 2, 1, 1, 1.
He
That
did
sounds
a
like
hidden
lot of
roll.
failures.
That was
was-
the hive mind's roll to resist.
Oh no!
Hive mind fucked up.
It was still trying to wrap its mind around how we just removed the spine from one of its ships. That's what was going on there.
Cody, you can re-roll. Reinhardt, you can re-roll.
Okay. It failed.
Zork gave you guys both a re-roll.
It failed that hard, huh?
It botched horrifically bad.
Well, that's at least 2 successes to me. Can I keep my original roll?
Yes, if you wish to.
I will keep my original roll because that's a flat 0. This at least gets us up to 4.
And that re-roll will be
And
allowed to go into a group re-roll.
Magic is
Okay.
6, right?
Oh yeah, so that's actually 3 then for Cody. If magic is 6.
Yes.
I am so lost right now.
That 6 that you rolled counts in your entropy because the DC right now is 6 for any irritate rolls.
Okay. Well, there you go. But I'm lost on what is even going on. I
Okay,
got
so
lost
I'm
somewhere
trying-
between 15 different rolls for 30 different things.
Okay, so what's going on is Portia and I think Alexis
It's
are
Portia.
both Portia, sorry. I see Portia, and I'm dumb. I think Portia and Alexis are working on a poison with a mix of time stasis on the piece of spine that we extracted from a ship via the teleporter. And while they're working on this deadly neurotoxin that should specifically go against the fleet, Reinhardt here is slapping his hands on that chunk of thing and using its sort of nervous system connection that was its connection back into the hive mind to now flood the hive mind with the spirits of the dead to try and frenzy that fleet onto itself.
Okay.
Oh.
So you're giving a
I think I understand.
they're giving a hive mind a panic attack.
No, it's going to do worse than that.
It goes up the chain.
No, it's going to do worse than that because of a specific reason here. Do you know what the greatest source of the spirit of the souls of the dead that are out here right now?
The source of them?
Yeah.
Not in. Is it this hive mind?
No, the Avatar Storm.
The storm.
Oh.
Oh no!
Guess what?
No!
Guess what? The transhumanists count as though still.
Human.
They still count as mages.
Huh.
Do you know what the Avatar Storm specifically targets?
Mages.
Mages.
So basically, this thing that the Avatar Storm already hates, you just gave it a beacon and said, "Here, hold this."
Yup.
Firing main cannon.
Yeah, I just kind of realized, like, oh, you just threw a tactical nuke at this fucking thing, spiritually. Give me a second, please.
Cracks knuckles. And I heard how many ones they rolled, so I know it works.
This will take a second to calculate.
Yeah. I need to do a little quick look. See.
Because this is a major enemy of these type of technocracy.
Yeah, the more powerful you are, by the way, the more it is attracted to you. Give me just a second.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not as strong as these ships, eh?
Oh, God.
And he directed it right to the prime.
Shit. Okay, so I need to check something real quick. Sorry, I have to do the.
I have a feeling this is just going to turn out like all hands to battle stations, and then they look out, and then all the ships just implode, and then they look at us, and we're like, "Hi."
Okay, please roll 7 dice for me.
Seven just D10s.
Uh-huh.
1, 2. Okay,
There you go.
That's
7
not a D10.
dice.
3.
Well, holy
6,
crap, that's
7.
a really good set of rolls.
That is a good set of rules. Congratulations on wasting it. All right, 7d10. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm going to use my last point of luck for this session to re-roll that.
Actually, there is a community reroll still.
Okay, if you guys are all fine with me using that first, I'm glad to use that.
I mean, we're firing a tactical nuke. If
Actually, you
you're not
know
gonna
what?
use it now-
I'm gonna politely decline because my point of luck is specific to me, and the community
Fair
reroll
enough.
someone else might need that. And also, I still have like willpower if I need to reroll down the line. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last point of luck. That's more serviceable. That's more. Is this magic technically?
This is not you, so you could use your luck-based magic to lower the difficulty.
Oh, okay. So that's but is it DC 7 still, or
DC is 6, right?
okay? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4,
4
5,
successes
6, 7.
for entropy to lower the difficulty.
8 successes total. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 total.
Give me a second.
This is the artificial sun all over again. So, massive undead army. So, anyways, they started glowing. What is it with us and breaking the GMs?
I am checking something real quick.
So you guys are new, so let me give you some suggestions. Me. Ooh, I have an idea.
Holds up a fat man. Have you heard the news?
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I'm targeting it.
Well, in the 20th anniversary book, I'm going to have to tear out a few pages.
So, you channel the screaming souls of the shattered avatars within it, drawing them to you like a beacon before directing them at the greatest source of magic in the area, which is those ships. The hive mind.
The idea was to direct them into the hive mind, but yeah, go on.
The all made one. And those broken, shattered avatars begin to rip and tear through this thing's spirit, its alien soul. And not just its soul, but as it's made of partial spiritual matter, it begins to degrade and break apart.
So basically, we're just witnessing a massive sandblaster.
Worse, like you can hear the howls and screams as these ships literally just start degrading and breaking apart as if being cut by trillions of pieces of broken glass. And not just these ships, you can hear a psychic scream go out that just pounds through your heads before all goes silent as all 6 ships are just gone.
Just out of curiosity, did the thing with the toxin succeed? Did we successfully identify? So just looking out the window and just, trichothecene mycotoxins, by the way, in case you run into more of those. Just melted it like acid.
Reinhardt's gonna stand there. He's got his arms crossed over his chest, and he is smiling like a madman.
Who hurt you? Were your parents abusive? Did you have a troubled childhood or something?
That's what happens when. That's what happens when 16 dice of aggravated damage that can't be soaked go into you.
No. My grandmother's dead, and she came to me in a dream.
I kind of want to go curl up in a corner and cry now. I expected that to be a lot more difficult. I did research. I looked up. It's like, okay, these things look like they're going to be the hardest. Alright, I will plan out. I will plan out all this, make sure that they're ready. I'll have you guys have support. You guys will have Space Marines. You guys will have some really powerful Technocratic units to help you out in fighting. And you just fucking nuke the ships from orbit.
Welcome to Mage.
All a day's work. Yep, welcome to Mage.
Welcome to
I
any
wish I could
playing.
use that back on Earth.
Welcome to any of these White Wolf games that you run, Kerr.
I was gonna say, this is the first time.
I was really trying to make this worth $100, okay? I worked really hard to look up all the different types of creatures for this so you would be worth the money. And you guys just fucking nuke the ships before you even fight one of the creatures.
You know what?
Then,
Money
let's
well
ask
spent.
this. Toshime, are you satisfied with this?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what matters.
To be fair, I'm not actually upset. That was fucking awesome what you guys did. It's also one of the reasons why mages are considered the most powerful race in World of Darkness, because they can pull off shit like fucking that at character creation. But Jesus fucking Christ, guys, you could have at least, like, you know, let them think they had a chance.
I'm just glad the storm didn't affect us for casting all that magic near it.
The only reason we're able to do stuff this insane is because we're in the Umbra, though. I know if we're back on Earth, my powers aren't even close to that powerful.
Yeah, this is true.
Well, everybody's certainly basking in the awe of that. Just going to casually go over to the test sample and use life magic to halt all metabolic processes. Just kill off the chunk of meat, just as a precaution. Already got as much information out of it as we're gonna get.
Roll irritate.
I could have saved it for the crew in case they want to do their own studies.
Oh, I mean, I'm not rotting it. I'm just making sure that it's dead.
Ah,
At some point, Reinhardt put on some of those circle rim sunglasses.
That succeeds, and there goes the last chance that I was going to use to fuck with you guys.
Yeah, my fuckery senses were tingling. That's why I was like, maybe.
Wise.
And then the gangsters show up from somebody's background.
Do do do
Ah.
do do do.
That would be mine. I'm sorry, I owe some people some money. Ah.
The fuck was that? Not that I'm against it, but what the hell did you guys just do?
For once, I don't know. Could one of you please care to explain? I was just gonna poison them, but that...
I
Captain,
know-
as I said before, it is outside your scope.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, I'm kind of worrying about it because you guys just took those things out like they were nothing. And I want that.
That is something you will not find within the technocracy.
If that is what I think it is that you used, that's a matter of the enemy of my enemy. And you know how fragile weapons like that are.
Hold on. Like, the way Zim said that, I'm just picturing it now as, is it possible to learn such powers? And then Palpatine looks over, not from a technocrat.
That's exactly the way I was meaning it.
It works. It totally fucking works.
As well, if you guys want to come back to the control deck, feel free.
I'm gonna gather up and burn all of the alchemy sigils that I had made with the notebook sheets,
Okay.
and I'm going to write down the results of the toxin tests to hand over to one of their engineers, so that
Okay.
they'll have they can potentially employ chemical weapons next time they face them.
It shall be done. Okay, I thought this was going to take a lot longer than it did. As you guys make it back to the captain, please add everyone to your character sheets. Ally 5.
Nice.
What if I already had ally?
You have another ally.
Okay.
And can you spell his name, please? Just
Isaac.
ISSAC? IAC?
Yep.
Gotcha. Nice.
What am I going to do with you kids?
Never leave them unattended around anything radioactive.
So, Captain, was it? I don't suppose you'd mind if I occasionally bum a ride, yes?
How so?
Well, I do enjoy walking in the Umbra, but a ship is much faster.
I mean, We are going to fly you back.
No. I mean in the future. The next time I decide to visit, so to speak.
We could see about that, yes.
Joke.
That would be appreciated.
Martin video!
Oh no.
It's just showing off the Marten's ability to respawn.
It's treason.
Okay, for some reason the blurps are playing twice. I don't know why. But it's not on my end because it's the bot, the blurp bot itself is actually posting twice.
It's all blurped up.
Yeah, something's wrong there.
Get blurpy with it.
No.
Congrats on winning Mage.
So, I assume we get back.
Yes.
Give the GM a moment to reboot. He's still grieving the loss of his monster.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
As you guys have probably a couple of hours now to spend before you guys would arrive closer into the near Umbra. So you guys could do what you would like.
I would like to try to commune with the spirits to try and figure out why these null spirits are doing what they're doing. Not the null spirits, the bane spirits.
But this is from earlier. You can roll Arate for that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the hydroponics bay and see if I can get my avatar to appear, so I can actually ask them about what's been going on.
Yeah, I would probably be using my avatar as well, since they're kind of a spirit. If that affects it at all, otherwise that's just a single success.
Cody is heading off to the mess hall to to get some food for himself as well as Mardicus.
Food sounds good.
Yeah, I did make sure to take the requisite traits and backgrounds so that my avatar can manifest in corporeal form.
Yep.
Mine doesn't need corporeal form. Haha.
So, as you begin to do your ritual, how do you go about trying to contact the spirits?
Well, I do actually specifically have a totem for my avatar.
Okay.
So channeling probably through the totem to summon them. What else did I have? I have avatar, totem, and mentor, which are all supposed to technically.
No. What's your focus for spirits?
My focus for spirits.
Yes.
I wrote that down. Focus for spirit is the totem necklace. So yeah.
Okay.
So the same totem that I use for my avatar would also help me commune with spirits.
So as you begin to call upon the spirits, beseeching them to grant you your knowledge, a small little spirit that looks a little bit like a puffball appears before you.
Ooh, a wisp.
It has two little eyes.
If it starts advertising Skillshare, I'm out of here.
The what?
If If any of you have ever seen Spirited Away, think of it as a white version of the little ash spirits
Oh,
that take
that's
the coal.
adorable. That's adorable. I will not help it with any task. I know what happens.
But yes, it appears before you and is looking up at you with two little beady eyes. And it is kind of cute.
Kind of cute.
I mean, I don't know his sense of cuteness.
Adorably cute.
Yes, it is very cute. What can you
Yes.
tell me, little spirit friend?
What do you want to know?
Oh, that's a deep voice. It's like, hello, little guy. Hello.
What do you want?
Yes, I wanted to ask you about the bane spirits for which I was summoned here.
Yes, what about them?
What do we know?
What specifically do you want to know about them? They are bane spirits.
Yes, I know they are bane spirits, but why are they this far out here? What are they trying to do? Aren't they usually towards the center?
He's going to pause at that. They normally are, yes, but some do come out this far.
Some. Wasn't there like 3?
There was like a half dozen.
Have to. Okay. Do they normally move in packs? Because I don't recall them moving in packs.
Depends on the type.
Do I know the type?
Those types were specifically elemental banes, it looks like.
Okay. I'll relay that to him that they were elemental banes. Which, if they're elementals, that only I feel like that raises the red flag even further.
Not necessarily. They can come out this far if they're sent by something, which means they're out probably after something. Those were specifically 2 sludge banes, a toxin bane, and a balefire bane.
Ah. Go on.
AK sludge elementals you would know as Haruglings, toxin elementals you know as Wakashins, smog elementals are Hoglings, and balefire elementals are Fumelings.
Gotcha. And how does it react to this information?
You just went
they're not-
super staticky there.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's weird. Noise suppression is on. Should be good now. Let me know if it continues.
What was that though you said?
How does the spirit react to me telling them that's elemental, and also breaking down the elements for?
They're basically corrupted elementals, and they serve basically whoever either corrupts them or binds them.
So someone is sending these guys out into the Umbra to try and find something.
Mm-hmm. And it
What
seemed like
would-
they were hunting your friend specifically.
They're hunting my friends. Okay. Huh. Well, at that, he's going to thank the spirit for his information, and he's going to go find everyone. Or at least one he's going to find whoever he could probably find easiest. But I'll let everyone do their stuff first.
The others who go to get food, there is actually a very large spread of food in the mess hall.
I can always get food when we get home. Right now, the primary concern is, again, establishing contact with the Avatar in order to see if they know anything about what's been going on and why why there was an assassination attempt.
Alexis is going to snag some pasta.
You can get some pasta.
Alexis is getting some pasta.
You can enjoy the pasta.
Does anybody need to recharge
Recharge the pasta.
your quintessence?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, willpower, have we gotten one of those back yet?
You will when you sleep. But actually, no. You will get 1 point of willpower back for that awesome thing you guys did.
Cool.
I will consider that a task accomplished.
Appreciate it.
Wait, what?
If you spend a point of willpower at all, you get 1 point of willpower back if you're not full.
Oh, cool. I should be full.
And when charging up quintessence, is that to your Arete or your Avatar level?
1 point
Your
per success that's rolled. Yeah.
So I'll have to do that separate.
Out of curiosity, can I ask what everyone's willpower is?
Mine's 6.
5.
I believe we all
Everyone
start at
minimum
5
should be
by...
5.
Yeah, we start at 5.
Might
Right,
have
but
only bought a point.
You
of
can't
willpower.
put points into it. Okay. Just for a record, everyone, I'm at 8.
What?
He is
You're
Nice.
passionate.
he is Iron Will.
He's a dwarf.
He's basically precision German engineering. He's a detective from a rough city, so.
When you get to hell, tell them Reginald sent you.
Oh fuck! What's that? Is that from Red vs. Blue?
No, that's from Hellsing Abridged.
Ah, yeah, you're right. You're right.
When you get to hell, tell them Reginald sent you, and then apologize on my behalf for the inconvenience.
Yep.
Since they have the power field around us, I'm going to make a sigil on the ground, which will be able to draw 2 people who stand on the sigil.
Okay.
Quintessence.
When you say draw, do you mean like a caricature, or do you mean like?
They'll be able to start gaining quintessence
And
from the engines.
Oh, so how would the engineers feel about that?
They're willing to deal with it. It's not that big of a deal. The amount you guys would pull from it isn't going to be that large.
Not to mention, we literally just saved their lives, so...
Oh, I know. I wasn't saying like they'd be mad. I'm saying they'd be like taking notes.
We didn't just save their lives. We basically completely wiped out a high-level threat for them without them having to fire a single shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were ready to die here and now, and we were just like, flick.
Yeah, but I bet you can't do it again.
Hold my beer.
Oh no. Hold my fast.
Hold my stein.
I have to AFK for a couple minutes, but I'll still be listening on voice.
Okay. So yes, anyone who wants to restore air or quintessence can. Not a problem with that roll.
I don't think I used. I don't know if any of us used any.
Well, some people
know
used
several
some
of
in
us.
session.
I had 1 point of
Ah, yeah.
quintessence and I used it.
Gotcha.
Well, I've plenty of time to recharge that after I do the whole meeting thing. Was I able to successfully contact them?
Yes.
Please tell me you know something about how we ended up at the ass end of nowhere.
Nope. Afraid not.
From your perspective, just 1 second we were there, the next second we were gone.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I was really banking on you having seen something.
Sorry. And you are able to find those who are in the cafeteria.
All right. If that's no one else is doing anything,
I'm going to overcharge my quintessence.
I figure you guys will all recharge your quintessence over time before you guys go on to the next area.
I'm specifically letting you know overcharging since I can with my.
Okay. Yep.
And so because he made the thing, do we still need to do a roll?
No, that was the
Uh,
roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it's recharged to Arete?
It's your avatar rating.
Yeah.
Avatar,
So
so
you'll go up to 5.
5. That's a lot of quintessence.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we should all have quintessence 5.
Yeah. Quintessence is difficult to find, though, is the one usual downside for it. Without your node or this ship, you guys usually cannot recharge it without like your tree and everything.
And the coffee maker, it only works once per day, so.
Mm-hmm.
Did you make a coffee log?
Well, the way that the coffee maker's set up is that the coffee that it makes, it's only the first 2 cups each day, and they only have effect so long as the coffee's still hot and fresh. If it goes cold, then it loses its magical effect.
What? How do you have a coffee maker that gives magic? I'm very confused about that
It's
part.
a wonder.
Oh, it's a wonder. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I made a wonder that it's a coffee maker that infuses the first 2 cups every morning with Fass.
Can you make tea?
Well, I mean, if you put tea leaves in instead of coffee grounds, maybe.
Fair
I've
enough.
never.
You know what? I'm pretty sure Reinhardt would be a coffee drinker anyway. I need one character in
Oh.
my life to be a coffee drinker.
It's a coffee maker, so anything that you can brew using a percolator, you can run through it, and it would still have the same magical effect.
And I pour beer through it.
No, it's gonna hurt the poor thing.
A magical brew of stout.
Actually, somehow ends up upgrading it.
All right. Is that everyone's stuff on their end? Before I come crashing through like Dumbledore during the Goblet of Fire.
Harry Potter!
We are an endless stream of media references.
Troll in the dungeon. Just thought you would like to know. Splat.
Goodbye.
I mean, we take our references and ideas from somewhere. You gotta. Anyways, Reinhardt comes storming into the mess hall. He just goes, Cody!
Yes, Reinhardt, what is it that I can do for you?
He just goes up to Cody, grabs him by the shoulders. Cody, what the hell did you do while I was gone?
I'm afraid you're going to need to be a bit more specific.
Okay, when I was gone, as in not with you, what did you do that sent you to the Shadow Realm to be attacked by Bane spirits because they were after you? They wanted you. This was a setup.
Me.
Well, not you specifically. They wanted, surprisingly, everyone but me. They were sent, and apparently they didn't care if I was included. But they were sent to eliminate our motley crew.
Well, unfortunately, I don't believe any of us actually has any idea what happened. We were simply inside. We were invited to a club. We met with the owner, what was his name again?
Sir Alric Benneret.
By a Sir Auric. And next thing we know, we are here.
All right.
We were being
So
told
where
about
is this
some...
Sir Alfric?
We were being told something about there being problems here in the Umbra. You would want to ask our fuzzy friend here for more details on that. We did not get very far before all of these events had occurred.
Speaking of fuzzy friends, I already asked mine. She doesn't have a clue.
Very well then. It should be stated this was no accident. They wanted you here.
We've kind of figured that part out. Right now we're trying to figure out the how, the why, and the who.
Well, perhaps we should head back to this Za'alric and deal with him.
Assuming he's still there. Depending on what method they used to send us way out here, he was right next to us at the time, so might have gotten caught up in it. It's also a possibility that he's the one that did it.
Also, I should be asking, who is the wolf?
I believe he would be able to speak for himself, but he was one that we were going to meet with to figure out what was going on here. The quest giver, if I may.
How's it feel being an NPC?
I'm just here. I more or less let you guys get settled before we go into a discussion.
At this point, Reinhardt would be looking towards the werewolf for further explanation, unless anyone else has any other words.
Well, nothing from here.
Anything else from anyone?
Nope.
No, I'm good.
I believe you're good to go.
I was just going to say a history song.
Who was that?
It's Nestle, Alexis, sorry.
No.
Yeah, we can't. I could not understand what you were saying there, Nestle.
He was saying something about noises. I think he's got
His
eye
name was
rolls
Winter
done.
Song.
You are
his name is
really
Winterson.
echoey, and I do not
He
understand.
had to step away. He had to step away.
Okay.
That's why.
I'm in the
I think he's in another room.
Yeah, he had to step away from his keyboard. He said he was still listening. Yes, Winter Song is going to get up once everyone is gathered, and you guys can have a little bit of privacy. There is said to be a prophecy about you lots. That's one of the reasons Alric tried to call you guys together. It said that the walls separating the world of flesh and the world of spirit are going to crumble, and that the forces of the worm are going to devastate and unmake all of reality. Unless the champions of Gaia, the will workers able to weave reality to their will, can stop it. And stop the ones attempting to do this.
Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a messiah.
And my guess is you lot being thrown into the spirit world as well as that attack was an assassination attempt from the Mage Incarna to try to take you out before you could get in their way. You each may roll intelligence plus esoterica for this.
Ah, esoterica. Let's see. I think I should have at least one in esoterica. Yes, I do.
Keep in mind, when you do roll, you need to put in what the roll was for, guys.
Kurt, can you roll for me, please?
Yep.
Thank you.
And it's a difficulty of 7 or 6?
7. Okay. How many dice do you have, Alexis?
I'm not sure. You might have to check the character sheet.
Okay. No
I
worries.
think probably 5 intelligence and I want to say 1 esoterica, maybe 2.
Sounds good. Okay. So,
wait, hold on. Was my int? No, my int's only 2. That's right.
all right. So, then. What you guys know, Cody is actually the one who knows the most about these creatures. The Mage Incarna.
Just
They
gotta
are
point
some
out,
of the...
I have no dots in esoterica. And it's like, I managed to roll so well.
Mm-hmm. These are the servants of the Urge Worms. The Urge Worms are basically the heads of the Hydra. Each Urge Worm is aspected towards an emotion, usually. Like lying, desire, cruelty, hatred, violence, despair, apathy, paranoia, consumption, and lies. And there's also the heads of the elementals: toxins, hellfire, sludge, and smog. They are also called the demon lords of Malpheus, which is the worm's realm. Each Magine was once a mortal, but was so thoroughly corrupted by their urge that they were transformed into powerful spirits that embody that urge. Each one serves their patron until they fail in some way, or a newer or more powerful candidate floats to the top. They act as the eyes, ears, voices, and hands of the urge worms whenever direct action is necessary. They spread corruption according to their urge in order to strengthen the worm, and mortals who know of the worm and wish to pledge themselves to its service might approach it through a Magine. And they also have a number of cults that serve them. They are other than like direct spirits from the worm, they are basically the most powerful of them all.
Huh.
And they are extremely dangerous, extremely deadly, and horrifically powerful.
Well,
And
please
And
proceed.
it is said that these 13 spirits are going to be the ones that are going to tear down the wall between the spirit world and the real world.
Hmm. Well then. Why do they think that we are the chosen ones?
That's what the prophecy said.
Ah, it called me
I'm-
by name.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about the wording myself.
Just what I was told by Alric. He's the one who called it to our attention.
Hmm. And where did Alric get this prophecy from?
He wouldn't say.
It's all the
Haha.
same to you when it comes to these global scale apocalyptic style prophecies. I usually like to see a receipt.
I can say, in his defense, that for over 2 decades, he has been the one who's basically gathered heroes who save the world.
Yeah?
Over 10 times, the people that he chose stopped different disasters that would have ended our world.
Ah, and I suppose every single time they were prophesied to do so, yeah?
3 times.
Hmm.
And a lot of it out at Empty Springs, Colorado.
Yep. Actually, all of the ones that he dealt with were in Empty Springs. At least that I know of.
Hmm. Sounds very coincidental.
Sounds like I might need to have
Nonetheless,
Sounds like I might need to have a talk with the old man.
I would be willing to state that this is an issue that must be dealt with, though I am personally buying this prophecy as shyster.
I can't force you guys to do it. It's up to you.
Oh, no. Like I said, I'm more than happy to deal with it. I just don't buy the prophecy thing.
You know the really annoying thing about prophecies is once a cult gets their hands on them, it doesn't matter whether the prophecy's real or not. All that matters is the people with guns believe it's real.
Ah, yes, Napoleon.
Not where I was going with that, but a good reference no less.
Ah, you understand the quote I was going for, so.
Doesn't matter whether something's real. All that matters is whether the soldiers believe it's real.
No, specific quote from Napoleon. It
Okay.
was, God favors those with the most firepower.
Ah. No, okay, yeah, I was confusing it with a quote from Stalin. Doesn't matter what the people vote, it matters who counts the votes.
But will you help us?
Doesn't sound like we have much of a choice.
It's always your choice to walk away.
And be chased.
Don't be silly. Of course we'll help.
Better to work with allies than face them alone.
Well, there are some benefits to taking things on yourself.
He'll
With
nod.
With what we're up against, though.
I prefer the silent approach. And the silent approach is much more difficult with 5 footfalls.
Or not to approach at all, but again, it seems like we've been robbed of agency here.
Just don't go quiet on me.
I don't plan to.
Do other people understand what I meant by that?
Not really.
I feel like it was another pop culture reference.
I feel like it's
a Mage
something.
reference.
Yeah, it's a Mage reference, and we are all brand new to this, so. Kerr might know, but the rest of us have no clue.
Basically, it's a paradox flaw where your soul gets ripped into an alternate dimension and you have to try to escape.
Oof.
And your body goes catatonic until you can escape it. Most people don't.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
And this is called going quiet.
Yes. There's other forms of it, but that's the major form that most people recognize.
He's going to nod. Well then, once we get back towards the near Umbra, then we can see about getting you guys set up. And we'll start getting more information for you so you guys can do what you need to do. Until then, just rest, relax, and get ready for probably the toughest fight you're ever going to go through.
I don't like that last one.
This was just a test compared to the worm.
This is a test. I think that what we did was the equivalent of eating the homework for the dog so it doesn't have to.
What?
You know, dog ate my homework.
No, I
Yeah.
get that. It's just this is the weirdest analogy.
Sorry, my good analogies are generally reserved for when I'm not processing the fact that very large, very powerful groups have suddenly decided it's more convenient for me to not be alive anymore.
Oh, you're saying this in character.
Yes.
I thought you were saying it out of character.
No. No, all those quips and metaphors, those are those are Portia being sarcastic.
Gotcha.
Does any of you have any questions for him before he basically sends you guys on your way to relax a little bit on the ship?
How much time is going to pass back on Earth between now and when we get there?
Depends. It can be difficult sometimes. Temporal transition happens.
If it's any more than a couple days, I'm going to get an earful when we get back.
You could help. Some people here could help with that.
No, it's the old man. He's very old, he's very grumpy, and he's very particular about what times of day he's watered.
Well, I too would like to return to the land of the living. I have many investments with them, so to speak.
I was hinting at time magic.
Oh,
Yeah, can I help with moving the ship any faster?
You could, yes.
I suppose I'll do that.
Roll your arete.
And what are you using?
Specifically time, I suppose.
I mean, how are you casting it?
Oh, I suppose can my skills allow me to encompass the whole ship?
Working together with the others, yes, you could.
I boost.
I
That's
boost
one
it?
extra success.
Can I boost it?
Whoever has time, I imagine.
All right, so it's another 2 dice here then.
Damn it.
I'm using my luck, so. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Cody, do you want to benefit with your entropy?
I suppose I could. Nope.
That's an extra.
Cody can't be bothered.
It's Arete, so it's an extra one.
Does that apply every time we use Arete? It's 6?
I think it's only because we're in the Umbra and our Arete is kind of boosted here.
Yeah, it's easier in the Umbra.
Okay, well, I'm 1.
Yep. So that's 5 total successes.
Yeah, you're able to speed it up by a factor of 5.
All right.
So it doesn't take long for the ship to make its transition back. And only about 3 hours have passed as you transition back into real space.
That's damn good for coming out from Pluto.
Mm-hmm. And I think here, as you guys arrive in the near Umbra, we will call end of session because there will be big stuff coming up right after this.
Yay!
And then we have to explain to the captain, sorry, but even though that was basically warp tech, we won't be able to show you how it works. We're not entirely sure ourselves.
Exactly. But you're welcome. Finger guns. Finger guns.
Thank you.
Hey, Captain, call us up if you ever want to, like, I don't know, actually do magic. Okay, bye.
Thank you for your assistance.
But you keep doing you, sir. And thank you.
You can keep doing your ways, even though they're wrong.
Now.
Now quit proselytizing.
Well, definitely was not ready for the end already.
I should throw out there, everything I say is probably out of character, unless I'm doing the actual voice.
Yeah, I should actually try to focus on like doing a Portia voice too, to clarify that. I just have to remember to do it.
Yeah, same here.
Just putting it on the books that next session intentions, that after tending to the daily duties for maintaining the tree, that she actually will immediately set to work cultivating a crop that's basically a sampler of her research into medicinal botanicals and preparing it for transport along with cultivation instructions to, be able to grow them themselves.
That's if the old man's still there when we get back.
Said only 3 hours.
That's even
done.
assuming we get back anytime soon.
You said it only took 3 hours.
He said it took 3 hours for us to get to the near Umbra. We're still in the Umbra.
I thought you said real space.
For the end
near
of the
Umbra.
world space.
I thought you said real space. Damn it. All right then.
I mean, for all intents and
He went
purposes,
through warp speed.
for all intents and purposes, when Reinhardt gets back, he's going to review his case files.
Oh, just wait, you guys. Just wait.
The reason why I'm saying that is because our home is kind of undefended because everybody being here.
Kerr, I definitely hope you have some case files for me.
Don't worry, everything's gonna be peachy keen, everyone.
I mean, Toshime, Cody still has a security team there.
You nuked my aliens. I will remember this.
Don't worry, I've got enemies and shit that you can exploit.
Here's a question though: the security team, are they mages or sleepers?
Yeah, Kurd. Kurd. Don't forget, I have hunted, beholden, enemy. Uh,
Don't
quite a
worry,
few
everything
things.
is okay.
I got a few things for you to use. I gave you ammunition.
Yes, yes, you did.
And don't worry, Tanya. Somebody with a couple of, let's see, life, matter, and spirit could make the old man walk away.
My God.
I got life and spirit.
middle of a battle over the mansion, Tree just gets up and just goes, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
All right. Well, on that note, thank you all so much for joining us for Horizon Lost World of Darkness, Mage 20th Anniversary Edition. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those things there on the website, as well as down in the description below. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. You guys are the ones that keep this channel alive. I am not able to continue doing this without you guys, so thank you so much for your support. Thank you for hanging out here in the chat as well, and watching and such. You guys really do help out so much. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around. I will be back in just a few minutes with something else. I'm not entirely certain what, but we will be back at some point soon. It'll be a standard game now, Cookie. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Duke.
Bye, guys.
Arrivederci.
Bye-bye. Thanks for coming, everyone.
Thanks for DMing, Kerr.
Of course.
Yes, thank you.